Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. I've got this shirt on today. Yes, I'm looking rather big. I definitely need to go on a diet. But, oh well. That's what happens when you're low on money and you end up eating a lot of pizza. Okay. I had attempted to do a video on this a while back, but I wasn't pleased with how it turned out, so we're going to attempt it again. This is Connelly's Caramel Country Cream. And it was produced by R.A. Mary and Company Limited of Tipperary, Ireland. And this one, usually this I looked up online, and Connelly's says it's made with Irish whiskey. But this one says it's made with grape wine. I'm not sure why this one's made with wine as opposed to whiskey. Because I'm pretty sure whiskey is not made out of grapes. But that's okay. Just going to pour a little bit. I have time before I have to go pick up Lilo at Critter Junction. That's not until 8 o'clock tonight. So we're going to give this a try. We've done Connelly's before, and I don't think we've done the caramel cream. My hair looked much better this morning when I combed it out, and it was fluffy, but it kind of flattened out a bit. But I'm trying to hide the fact that my hair is growing out in layers because, like I said, the spots where I had my mohawk shaved and also spots that were supposed to be longer that were also accidentally shaved. It's all growing out unevenly. But I'm attempting to hide it because I'm letting the hair along here closer to the middle, and the hair closer to the middle that was supposed to be part of the middle, I'm letting it grow out gradually, and as it gets longer, I'm trying to trim it all even. So when this part gets longer, I will trim this down to match, and we'll just try to eventually get it to where hopefully by sometime next year it'll all be the same length again, and then I can go from there as to what I want to do with it. Because, like I said, I cultivated this middle part for a long time, for years. Basically, I had a mohawk, and it got more and more narrow, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I decided to just let it grow, and then we'll take it from there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it next. I kind of like having the mohawk. This in-between stage is very irritating for me because when it touches my face, touches my ears, it just bothers the heck out of me. It tickles. Because my hair, as you can see, it's a weird combination. It's thick. There's lots of hair here. Just doesn't look like it because of all the layers. And it's very, very fine. And usually when people have fine hair, it's thin, but mine's fine and thick. There are people like that. I've met at least one other person, probably more, that have that combination. It's just kind of odd. So it's interesting what you can do with it. But when it's thick and it's all one length, it's very, very hot. So I really don't know if I'm going to let it all go back to one length. I may for a while and just pull it back in hair ties like I used to back in years ago when I first started the channel. With the hair ties, hair combs, and whatnot. Oh, we'll see. I've been wanting to get more headbands, and headbands I couldn't really do when I had a mohawk. So maybe I'll go back into my headband era for a while. That might be fun. Okay, I digress. This is what we're here for. This is the caramel cream. It smells like, again, like the other Connelly's, it smells buttery. I can smell the caramel. You know those caramels? If you're my age, you remember the caramels that had the white kind of toffee in them? Or even if you lived in Maryland or wherever for a while, they had those thing called cowtails. They were like a caramel bar, or almost like a round straw shape kind of almost a log kind of thing. They were like, about the length of my finger, maybe a little bit longer, and they had like a white cream in the middle. Tastes like something like that, like caramel with vanilla cream. Kind of like a candy. And this is not a first impression because I've had a lot of this. Cracked it up and tried to do the review, did not like the review, decided I like the cream. Oh, if you want something that tastes like a chocolate caramel candy bar, this with the chocolate martini that I did the review for, a little bit of each, stir it together. Nice. But don't drink too many because that would be very strong. I should probably try to find the ABV on here. 13.9%. And of course, it has the standard warnings: do not operate machinery if you are drinking this. Obviously. Anyway, where was I? Yes, tonight I go pick up Lilo from Critter Junction. She will have had her spay procedure done. And she will be a bit sore for a couple of days. And yes, I know I said I'm doing videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for right now. That's until I was thinking about doing that instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. However, I do have teas coming from Brutalities, which will be interesting. I will do a haul when I get those. Yes, it is a haul. There's 4 of them. I will go back to Team Pajamas for the time that I have those, and hopefully I will have money in my account to get Adagios. They have some spooky teas, and I'm thinking about getting the sampler. So that way I can get all of the flavors. There's about 4 or 5 of them, so if I can afford that, we will have tea for a month. Once that comes in, it should be next week. So through the end of this month and into next month, and we will have those. And then if I can get the Adagio, we'll have that as well. So we will have enough tea for Team Pajamas for a while. And if we run really thin on content due to my money situation and everybody's money situation pretty much, then I will go back into visiting old teas. And see what I can get online in the way of maybe things for the apartment and whatnot. Keeping in mind that some things will be harder to get, and I'm not sure how things are going to go at Temu again, because that seems to be, that's going to hit a rough patch again, possibly. I also can finally order from Akumu Ink again. So I need to think about what I'm going to get from them as well. And there are other places that I have not ordered from in a while. I have not a whole notebook, but a notebook with various different things in that I wanted to feature on here. So we'll see how that goes. So if you can find this, give it a try. I got this at Aldi. To wrap this up, this is smooth and very sweet, and I'm surprised again that it has wine instead of whiskey, but that's okay. It's rather unusual. But an Irish cream is an Irish cream. See, if you like videos like this, give them a thumbs up. my random nonsense, rambly waffly nonsense, and occasionally me getting distracted, losing track of where I am, and going off on a tangent, and occasional cats. Um, yes, give them a thumbs up. If you like this random nonsense, please hit the bell once to subscribe and hit the bell a second time for notifications. And no, I don't have an antenna. This is one of those bows I made out of the bottom of a pair of yoga pants. Again, DIY is your friend if you're broke. Yes. So, let's see. I covered all the bases. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Comments. Yes. Feel free to comment down below, but please keep it civil. We don't need fighting. Because there's enough fighting out there right now. And we don't need hate and anger in this space. I'm going to keep this as friendly as possible. Okay. Well, I'm going to let all of you go. I have a lot of nothing to do until time to pick up Lilo. So I'm going to see what I can fill my time with. Don't forget, drac responsibly. Take turns driving the hearse so that the designated Dracula can have a chance to imbibe if they wish. And also, rotate through your designated Draculas as well. That way, it's not always one person in the hot seat. And always remember your large parasol and your 100 SPF so you don't just try to do a pile of ash. No, not a puddle of ash. It was raining last night, so you would have been a puddle of ash. So that's entirely possible too. That's a little harder to recover from. So, take care, party, and drac responsibly. And please, 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 on a more serious note, take care of each other, and especially take care of the shapeshifters, the cryptids, the folklore monsters, mythical beasts, and rare and unusual creatures of all kinds, because this place would be very, very sad, very dull, and very boring without them. And right now, they need us to help them. So please stay strong with them, help them out, check on them if you know some, and let's just make sure they're okay. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.